the season. Oh, back in the win column, baby. Yankees take that game from the Texas Rangers. Was it 8-4? It's that 80th win of the season for the Yankees too. Keeping that first place, that half game up on Orioles, who won earlier. 6 good innings pitched from Garrett Cole. He did leave in the 7th with a calf cramp. Hopefully he should be fine. I got to give to Gleyber Torres. He's been playing better defensively lately. Jazz is still doing his thing, standing with that deep center home run. So shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. Shout them out. Jonathan's in the building. Peanut, CT Cards. What is happening, gang? Stephen B. Pasties hit. Palvis, Consigliere. Jonah. What is happening, everybody? D-Train. Jonah. Yep. First place alone. Clay gave up a couple hits, but he didn't give up any. He didn't get us in trouble. So I'll take that. But I'll take the win from the Yankees. I'll take the win. So Cole was pretty good. He got another win. 6 innings and a one-run ball. And I'll pull up his stats here. Garrett Cole, 8-4. He threw 4 hits, 1 run, 9 strikeouts. The ERA is down to 3.65. So good game. A good game for Cole. And again, it feels nice to be in first place. I know this is probably one of the most frustrating first place Yankee teams ever. I totally get that. Patriots in the house. Wink is in the building too. What is good? But Giancarlo Stanton, number 25. He's got a good shot at getting 30. Jazz Chisholm, 15 ribbies. Rizzo, 31 ribbies. Torres is at 54. Judge is at 124 ribbies. Stanton's at 62. Daniel Berry Sports. Jesse, what is good, everybody? The Buckeyes in the building. The big the Buckeye. I say once the Yankees officially clinch the postseason, we do a Big Mac and an apple pie. That seems like a good occasion to do it. What do you think, gentlemen? What do you think, Buckeye? What do you think, Consigliere? The bullpen does make me nervous, but I'm happy with, Tim Hill. He's been pretty good, and I'm like, I wish they didn't DFA Michael Tonkin. He got picked up by the Twins too, so I wish Tonkin was still around. I understand why they did it, but still, and obviously we need Marinaccio to get better. We need Efros to get better, as well as Mark Leiter to get better. So there's still a couple of relievers, and there's still a couple of relievers I've yet to be brought back to. Ian Hamilton is doing another rehab game as well, so it looks like he's on his way back shortly. What else do we have here? Clark Schmidt threw 4 2/3 tonight. 2 hits, 2 runs on no earned runs, 7 strikeouts and a walk. So he was solid tonight. And it looks like Clark Schmidt and Luis Hill are expected to return this coming weekend. So we might get Hill and Schmidt probably right at the end of the Cubs series. Something right around there. Yeah. That's what it looks like. Yeah, 2 games up with 24 to go. Yeah. On the win column, yep. Yeah, it looks like. Cole was smart. He was getting the cramp, and he's like, "Get me out of here." So before it got even worse, the one thing I like about Cole is like he's smart. He listens to his body. When something's not right, he knows, and he addresses it right away. So I do like that about Garrett Cole. I really, really do. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't lose either. They had to win this game. They've got to win this series in Texas. I hope they win the series in Chicago against the Cubs. I hope we win the series against the Royals. And then we got the freaking Red Sox after that. So the next 2 weeks are going to be, they're going to have their work cut out for them the next 2 weeks. Yeah. Hit the likes button, gang. Let's celebrate this win. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes. Let's celebrate it. And again, what's the Yankees' record now? 80 and 58. So 80 and 58 means 138 games, and he has 24 games left. So right there, 80 and 58. Yes, indeed. David, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Vanessa Cortez, honestly, he had a good little run about a month ago. But I think if Hill comes back and Schmidt comes back and they're good, then I think Nestor goes to the bullpen as a long reliever. I'm curious about what are they going to do with Marcus Stroman. I'm really curious to see what they're going to do. And they're going to have some tough decisions for the rotation in the bullpen. Really tough decisions. So, but I do think Nestor's David. I do think Nestor will probably be the odd man out on the rotation. He'll probably make the bullpen. If they decide to go to a 4-man rotation, then I can see Nestor in. If they go to a 3-man rotation, I don't see Nestor in. That's kind of the way I'm looking at it. No. Yeah, what's up, Ken? What do you know, man? It's right. That's right. That's right. Nah, I don't think he'll miss any time, Mike. I think he should be all right. Stroman versus Evaldi on Wednesday. All right. And tomorrow we have. Let's see. We have tomorrow on the mound. Tomorrow night's game, we've got Carlos Rodon versus Andrew Heaney. It was supposed to be Cole versus Heaney yesterday, and it was switched around, so Heaney got pushed back a day. But David, thank you again for the super chat. Appreciate it. So I don't think Cole's gonna miss any time. I'm not, Steve. No, I'm not. I mean, I was happy that Wells was in there versus a right-handed pitcher. So as he should be, and he's going to be the starting pitcher. I mean, the starting catcher. So Cole's going to have to get used to him. Mm-hmm. He does well. Yeah, Rodon versus Heaney. Yeah. Winning all their series, I don't know, but I mean, if they won 3 out of 4, the next 4, I'd be pretty happy. As long as they win more games than they lose, I'd be pretty happy with that. So you would let Cole walk Coconuts? Is that what you're saying? This year at 34, you would let him walk in free agency? Why do you say we're going to lose this series then? Oh my gosh, Buckeye, MLB has you block. Why do they block? I don't understand. Like, what's the deal with MLB just block? Like, you could be in New York and miss Yankee and not even be able to get Yankee games. It's so ridiculous. You need like 5 different. We've talked about this before. You need like 5 different subscriptions to catch the games. It's nuts. And it's not only Yankees. It's most of the teams, which is freaking crazy. Happy birthday, Yudo. Mazel tov, my friend. Happy birthday, my man. All right. Yeah, I think they could win and make the playoffs without winning the series too. Huh? Yeah, 9 strikeouts for Cole tonight, Joe. Yep, he looked good. And I enjoyed watching Jack Leiter pitch too. Good young, good-looking pitcher there. Al Leiter's son. He's also Mark Leiter's, I think, cousin. So, yeah. Glaber has been better recently. So, happy 66, Udo. All right. All right, you know, my man. Also tough. You get blocked when Yankees play, but I don't like. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, man. Like, come on, guys. Volpe did almost home run. Yeah, yeah. It was good to see Jack Leiter pitch. Good, you know, he's a good looking pitcher from Vanderbilt. I'm curious to see how his teammate Kumar Rocker, who's also with the Rangers, also from Vanderbilt. I'm curious to see how he does when he comes up. I think he had Tommy John last year. I think he's on the road back from Tommy John. Tats is in the building. What's up, my man? It's a great way to start a series. Tats, a great way to start a series. God bless Kenneth. Team to you, my man. You would let Cole walk, Kenneth? Then who would you replace him with? That's a pretty bold. That's a pretty bold one. You would let Cole walk. Okay. Okay. Anybody else in here will let Cole walk? That's a bold take, man. That is a bold take. Yeah, I think it's going to be tough to Coconuts to see him opt out. I think it's going to be tough too. Yeah, I mean, I don't let Cole walk either. So yeah, yeah, it doesn't look like anybody's wants to let Cole walk. Yeah, it looks like it was just a calf cramp, and he got out, you know, at the right time. Like he listens to his body, right? If something's not right, he gets out of there. Doesn't make it worse, which is one reason I don't like to walk away from Cole because he's a very thoughtful, just a player and pitcher. So we need guys like that. We need guys like that. We really do. Yeah, yeah, Ken. I know Dominguez wasn't with the team and they actually won. Can you believe it? Yeah, they won 80 games in their first place without Dominguez having played any game for them except for one. Can you believe that too, Ken? Crazy, right? Crazy. Hmm. That's a calf cramp, Patriot. I mean, it's except the second inning from off calling ALDS game one. Yes, he does. And this is why it's Patriot. If it opts out, they can void the opt out by adding one more year at 36 million. And if he does opt out and you're going to walk away, you better be damn certain you're going to get Corbin Burns or Tarek Skubal in return. Otherwise, you can have a problem. Problem. Yeah, there's a clause in his contract that allows the team to void the opt out by adding 1 year at 36. So it turns into 10 years, 360 million. So, well, exactly, Dan. Exactly, Buck. I would be very resistant to let Cole walk. I would compliment him with a Corbin Burns next year, compliment him with a Tarek Skubal, get another guy up there, make it like a Twin Towers if I could. Skubal's probably going to win the Cy Young Joe in the American League. Probably. Exactly. That's, and this is the thing. Like, I mean, you can let him walk, and there's no guarantee we're going to get Corbin Burns. There's no guarantee we'll get Crochet or Skubal or someone else. You know, there's no guarantee. So that's a really risky proposition, a really risky move, and that would frighten the hell out of me. It really, really would. Yep. You need to win a title here with Cole and Judge and Soto, man. Be nothing better than that. Nothing better than that, man. Really. You get School from Detroit. If we can. If the Tigers are willing to trade him. And he wasn't traded at the deadline. And that's when he would have had 2.5 years of control. He would have been at his max value. Uh, yeah, well, exactly, Patriot. Same here. He doesn't have an injury history. I would be happy to add that year. He works hard. He's durable. So I would take that all day. Yeah, exactly, Ken. There's a lot of people were outraged that Dominguez wasn't called up yesterday. I mean, it was almost like Brian Cashman on a 10 state murdering spree. It was like it was crazy. Yeah, the Reds didn't beat the Astros. All right, that's all right. Yankees get after Cole opts out to resign. They don't. They could just void the opt out immediately by adding a year to his deal. That's the clause in the contract that he signed. He agreed to. So it's this is a team advantage. Glaber played himself out of a qualifying offer. So did Verdugo, and even Clay Holmes played himself out of an extension. I don't know if he's playing himself back in the one. I'm not sure if he's done enough to get a qualifying offer. I mean, in all honesty, it's $21 million. So I don't know if he's going to get a big contract after this year. Gleyber Torres, Buckeye, please get yeah. Please talk to the Buckeyes. Please talk to Urban. Right, we need their help, man. We need their help, Buckeye. We really do. No. School was another one. I don't know about that. Yeah, Rod Verdugo has nudes of Cashman. Yeah, exactly. You got accused of being a service time manipulator because they say give them a week to bring up the Mingus. All word life. I got so much heat yesterday for the decision that they made. I mean, this is a common sense decision, right? It's every team does service time manipulation. Every team, right? And again, he's not a top 10. He's not, a top five prospect in baseball. He's not. Okay. He's good. He's exciting. He's the Yankees' number one prospect. Yes, but he alone is not enough to put them over the top. All due respect to him, right? And they're on first place now without him. Okay. When he comes up, and I do think he'll come up in a couple days, it looks like they want to make it mathematically impossible for him to exceed 130 at bats. Because if he does exceed it this year, then this year qualifies as his rookie year. And there is no way he's going to win rookie of the year. He's not even going to beat Austin Wells, right? Or Colton Cowser. Next year, he won't have Jackson Holiday to compete against because Holiday's already surpassed 130, right? And again, if he wins Rookie of the Year, the Yankees get a compensatory draft pick after the first round. And the last time the Yankees had a compensatory draft pick after the first round that turned to gold was Aaron Judge. When Nick Swisher walked with a qualifying offer and signed with Cleveland, they used that extra pick and signed Aaron Judge with. So and the Yankees don't get a lot of high draft picks, so that's what they would get. USC upset LSU. Nice, dude. Don't rant. Don't be sorry, Tats. I get it, man. Yeah, I don't like. I disagree with the prospects in favor of the veterans. I mean, I do think when he comes up, he'll play. So, but right now, I mean, it doesn't make sense. There's no what could he put? Could he come out and help them put the team division out of reach in the next 5 days? No, he can't. And does he solve any pitching problems? Zero. Right. So that's the way I'm looking at it. I understand the argument. We heard it a lot yesterday from people that they prefer veterans over top prospects and blah blah blah. And like if they preferred veterans, they would have traded them for Tarek Skubal, but they didn't. So it looks like they want their cake and eat it too, and they want to have a full rookie year of Jason Dominguez, and they wouldn't have got it if they called him up now. They would have gotten 1 month of him. And that's not enough. And since they're already in first place, I understand that logic too. But I get what you're saying, Tats. You don't have to be sorry, dude. A lot of people were pissed off yesterday. I get it. A lot of people are like, Duke Gallis, Duke Gallis, right? The speedy outfielder. So they want to use, and I was like excited that Jazz Chisholm was stealing bases like crazy, like a bat out of hell tonight. We need to use that element more. We really, really do. Skubal's going to cost the farm, probably. But Tanner Scott would have cost the farm too. So, and 2 months of Tanner Scott, they could sign Tanner Scott in free agency because the Padres can't give him a qualifying offer because he was traded at the deadline. So he's not even eligible for that. So he can come right out the gate. And that means the Yankees don't have to give up any draft picks for him if they sign in for agency, which is good. Well, I did, Tats. Yeah, I mean, I do think he comes up, and you'll see Dominguez playing. Verdugo will probably be on the bench. Maybe they'll option out Trent Grisham because he has an option. Right? They could do that. Democracy's in the house. What's happening? He's actually, yeah, I mean, he's 95 at bats. 95 at bats. He's got 35 already. It's 130 cumulative. So it's not 130 like right now. Right? So Joe Cashman's daughter does like commentating for the Yankees or something like that. She's a Yankees voice. So Torres might get that. So I mean, but that's why if you give him a qualifying offer, he's going to take it because he knows he's not going to get $21 million a year. Rookie of the year is a long shot. Well, this year for Austin Wells, but next year, I mean, Jason Dominguez gets a full year. Like if they brought him up now, he would lose rookie status and he has zero chance of winning rookie of the year. So they want to get that extra draft pick next year if Dominguez gets to play a full season, if he wins rookie of the year, and he'll have a better shot next year than he would this year. I don't see Torres returning either. I personally I wouldn't Buckeye. I mean, I would call up Caleb Durbin or like one of the young kids. That's what I would do. And you're right too. Tats rookie of the year is not a guarantee, but he also doesn't guarantee a World Series either. He guarantees absolutely nothing. Right? He just can guarantee a lot of happy fans, which is not a bad thing. Oh, I mean, Kenneth, I think Dominguez will be the starting left fielder in 2025. Uh, I'm not sure if Bregman will be the third baseman here. Yes, we do. Veterans and young talent. Yes, we most certainly do. Well, that's the other thing too, Word Lifer. They call them up too early, they lose a year of control. And so it's like, yeah. Like, but my other question too, they could bring him up right now. And what if he hits 160? People going to blame Cashman for that? mean, look at Jackson Holiday. He's a more better prospect than Dominguez by a mile, but he's batting like 170 in the majors. He had a hot week. That's it. He fell off the face of the earth. And this is the second time he's come to, been called up and hasn't done anything. So and then that's Jackson Holiday. He was the number one prospect in all of baseball. It happens to even the top guys. All right. Well, exactly. I mean, you're right about that too, Tetsu. It really is a no-win situation. They want to win. They also want to, have a sustainable payroll. They also want to have a team that they can enjoy for a long period of time. But people want results now. They don't want to hear this. And then you have people saying, you know, why is he prospect hugging? But they're the same people saying, well, don't trade him for Tanner Scott. Like, you're telling him to prospect hug, but at the same token, you're accusing him of prospect hugging. Like, you know, the stories aren't even consistent, right? And that's it. Well, he could help the Yankees win AL East. They could win AL East without him, too, Quell. So he can't. But again, Quell, what if he comes up and he doesn't make a difference? This is a factor that it's got to be considered that I don't think people want to consider. What if he comes up here and he doesn't play well? Then what? We were assuming that he's going to come up here and light the world on fire like he did for 8 days last year. Unfortunately, postseason at bats won't affect anything, Palvis. It's a regular season at bats. I think, yeah. I mean, I think they're going to call up Dominguez in Wrigley when they're playing the Cubs. And not even 2 weeks ago he was struggling in AAA. So he's still developing too. He's still developing as well, Martian. So well, that's the thing. Like I said, Ken, I mean, what was our biggest problem recently? I mean, we scored 7 runs yesterday, and like Consigliere said yesterday, 100% of the time that wins us the game. Our bullpen gave up 7 runs yesterday, late in the game. Dominguez would have solved none of those problems, right? Unfortunately, but neither would have Spencer Jones. Neither would have anybody else. Bats don't solve pitching problems, and pitchers don't solve offensive problems. I wish they did. Right? Uh, and this is why I understand it can be a contentious conversation. People were pissed off yesterday. I mean, I was like, damn, they wanted to throw Cashman with the chum tats, I mean, right into the into the Great Barrier Reef with the great whites, man. So it is a wild games, yeah, 100%, 100%. And again, it's a 162 game grind. This is a marathon, man. It's tough, man. This is a tough game. It is a tough game. And you're right too, Buckeye Torres. He's only 20. He's 27. I don't know if he's turned 28 yet. He can still earn a better contract, but at this point, we would be relying on the bat that we could probably get from another prospects with better defense. And again, anything that's going to make it harder for them to sign Juan Soto, I don't want to do. Right? Yeah, I saw that, Donald. And again, like you know, I listened to it, but I couldn't after a while. I had to stop. That's all due respect to Donald. I had to stop. Like, you know, but this is what happens, man. You get passionate fans, right? Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. But at the end of the day, like people keep telling me, well, we pay their contracts. Well, not really. You know, not really. We voluntarily pay for stuff. None of our wages are being garnished to furnish the Yankees payroll. So, but I understand the sentiment behind it. I get that. We want to have kids brought up. But again, I this is why I look at it from both sides, much to the frustration of a lot of people. Right? Egyptian, what's happened? I don't think Cole's out for a while. I don't. We don't know, Quell. Will he give us a better chance? Well, we don't know. We just don't know. We'd like to say yes, but again, there's no guarantee. And then, like, Verdugo starts to play better, like he has recently. What are you gonna do? Sit him? Not play Verdugo? He's an elite glove too. He's got a better glove than Dominguez in the outfield. So how would you work that out? That's the other question. And Kenneth, well, yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna see a new first baseman and a third baseman next year too. I don't think Rizzo's coming back. He's got a 17 million dollar team option, or a $6 million buyout. I think they're going to save the 11 million, buy him out, and use that 11 million towards Soto. So, yeah, yes, they do. Yeah, man, but Benji, I don't think holds out for a while. He's a calf cramp, so thankfully it's not a strain in his calf and that type of stuff. So, and again, like, this is why I like Cole, because he listens to his body right away. He's like, something's not right. He tries stretching it. I get it. I've been there. I've had calf problems. My soleus, which is the lower calf, I dealt with that stuff when I was running competitively. So having a calf, barking on you, it sucks. It's not fun. It's definitely not fun. Yankees and Astros they do have some great pitchers. Willard. Yeah, I think Cole. I mean, I think Cole will be fine. Like Patriot, he knows. He knows. He's smart enough to listen to his body. Yeah, Schmidt did look solid today. The reports are saying that him and Hill are going to be back this weekend, probably at the latter, part of the Cubs series. Potassium or fluids. It could be dehydration too. Yeah. Well, they don't. Quell Yankees don't really go on predictions. They don't really do that. Hypotheticals and predictions, like, you know, they're not going to do that. Verdugo, I mean, he was very good with the glove. He was very popular in the clubhouse. So, and this is the problem. And Tats makes a good point too, because it is an important point. They all lost a year of development due to the pandemic. Some recovered nicely. So, yeah, this is a great point. Yep. Thank you, Tats. You losing a year of development does matter. It really does. Right? No. Yep. And Rizzo goes to the Astros. Yeah, I had predicted him to the Astros about a month ago. So, in the free agency, because they need a first baseman, and he's a playoff tested player. So, would I trade the Martian if we could have gotten Tarek Skubal? I would have moved the Martian. If we could have gotten him for 2.5 years, like at the deadline, I would have moved him. Yeah. Now I don't know if I'd do it. I would just try to get Corbin Burns in free agency. Yeah, well, pretty soon, Willard. The Astros are going to be without Verlander too, though. So Jones, yeah. I mean, I would have considered moving Jones for only Skubal. Yeah. 48 likes. Yeah, and we're gonna try. Let's try to get to 100. If anybody hasn't hit that thumbs up, please hit that thumbs up, gang. Let's try to get to 100. Well, exactly, Tats, and that's a good. It's a good example too. Imagine not working out for a year, then participating in a world's strongest man competition. Yeah, that would be like NFE and I not training jujitsu for a year and then going to a tournament, a black belt tournament, and trying to face a jujitsu black belt, which is one of the hardest things in the world to do. I'm not training for a year. We'd be like completely overwhelmed. So, but it's a good example. That's yeah. I mean, I'll see if yeah. Max Fried's another guy I would look at as a free agent too. He's a lefty with the Atlanta Braves. Um and then this is my other thing too. Like Scooble, I do think the Tigers are gonna probably try to keep him and try to compete in the AL Central. So now let's look at Max Fried here because he is, I think, um stats. And Max Fried is how old? How old is Fried? He's 6'4". He's 30 years old. But he's 8-8 this year with a 350, 230 Ks. Um, how was he? What's his record? His career record here? I don't know. But he's a pretty solid lefty. He's a guy that I look. I think they're gonna go. They're gonna go after Corbin Burns, but Max Fried is a guy I would also look. I was Ken until he said what he said. Now I'm completely done with Crochet. Blake Snell, I'm not sure. He has a strong second half. A couple years in a row, but I don't know. But Crochet said, whoever team trades me, I'm not playing in the playoffs unless that team gives me an extension. So, like, this guy's an arbitration player, and he's saying that. No, thank you. I'm a hard pass on Crochet now. I'm a hard pass on him. Dang, he was in elementary school. Your son. That's cool. That's cool, Consigliere. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to Benji if the White Sox re-signed him and just they built around him and Luis Robert. Oh, good. Well, that's good to hear, Jonathan. Garrett Cole. I think he'll be fine his next start. I really do. And we need him to be fine. But his next start will probably be either the last game versus the Cubs or the first game versus the Royals. So the Cubs are really playing extremely well, and so are the Royals playing extremely well. The Royals they're my sleeper team for the postseason. So at the very least, the wild card. Them and the Guardians say sneaky good teams. Hmm. That's what he said, Piedmont. That's what Garrett Crochet said. I think he made it harder for his agent to trade him. He made it harder for the team to trade him, and he turned off a lot of teams by saying that. How can you say that, man? That's crazy. No, that's what we heard. We heard Crochet say that. We heard Crochet. That's the word that Garrett Crochet said that. So, I mean, if he didn't say that and his agent said that, he would have probably fired his agent, and his agent has not been fired. Imagine a pitching staff of Max Fried and Corbin Burns coming to the Yankees to join Garrett Cole, Willard. Imagine that. The Astros would have zero chance if that happened. Ooh. Think about that, baby. It would cost like $1 zillion, but you never know. You never know. Yeah, I mean, exactly, Randall. I mean, it's just it reminds me of the NFL. Like right now, I'm a Jets fan, right? And the Eagles traded Hassan Reddick to the Jets. He's a pass rusher, and he said he's got 1 year left at $14 million. Like, I'll play the rest of the deal and we'll negotiate a new contract. He's still been holding out. So he changed his mind, said he wanted to hold out. He wants a new deal. So he's refusing to play the last year. He's already accumulated $2 million in fines because of this. I can't stand it. These people don't play out their contracts. I can't stand it. Judge is getting that much closer to the Triple Crown. That'd be cool. Brett Phillips, a position player, Benji, that turned into a pitcher. He's a right-handed pitcher, so I don't know if he'd be a starter, but I think he's a reliever, Benji. Brett Phillips. But he's good looking. He throws hard. He definitely throws hard. 0.2, 0.012 points from the triple crown. I didn't realize it was that close, Buckeye. Hmm. Yeah, he could have been in a contender, Quell, in the postseason. Instead, he's with the White Sox. So that's on him. That's on him. You know. And I don't know if the White Sox will extend him. I really don't. That's just crazy. Yeah, it's gonna go right. I've said this too, Aiden. Like it's gonna go right down to the wire with the Yankees and the Orioles. Right, probably down to the last couple days. Really, that's why we need, we need to really, really tighten things up in the bullpen. The Yankees, we really do. I would watch out for the Mets, Willard. I think the Mets are going to overpay for Corbin Burns because I don't think Corbin wants to go to the Mets, but I think they can get a Corbin Burns. They're going to make some kind of splash this offseason, the Mets, and that's where I. All right, 338, 326. So he's right there, man. He's right there. It's right around the corner, Buckeye. I like it. I like it. Hmm. The sound. You guys can hear me? Bregman can go to the Mets. Who's their third baseman? Guerrero. Wow, he's damn. Guerrero's that close too, Vlad Jr. Oh my gosh. Woo. Wow. I predicted Bregman to the Cubs, Nathaniel. They need a third baseman too. Yep. I predicted Bregman to the Cubs. Mm-hmm. I mean, they could do that. I wouldn't be surprised, Willard. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. Doesn't guarantee them anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. Max Fried is going to get paid by somebody this offseason. Why put Duke Ellis on the roster? Because the speed, Aiden, and they're going to move Dominguez up in a couple of days so he doesn't exceed his rookie status at bats 130 threshold. So, and then he would lose. That's a whole year's service time, Aiden. That's why. And I mean, what could Dominguez do in 1 week that would put the division out of reach for the Yankees? Right. So and I mean, I like Dominguez. I think he's going to be a good player, but this type of stuff the Yankees do factor into their calculus especially when they have a player of that caliber. They want to take advantage because now this is a new rule too. If you win Rookie of the Year, your team gets an extra draft pick. They didn't have that before. They do now, and the Yankees have a prospect now that could put them in a position to do that. So, and like, what if Dominguez did it this year and then Spencer Jones did it the following year? Rookie, it's possible. It's possible. And Ellis is just going to be. I mean, he steals 50 bags a year, so he's going to be a late inning base stealing threat or somebody. He's going to be one of these guys that will take over at first for somebody gets a base hit and somebody hits a double. He scores from first base on a double. So, and then that's another. Did you see how fast Jazz Chisholm is on the base paths? This is another guy like that. So it's good, and then this is a skill set that they need to use more often. The Yankees. I wouldn't put Judge at first base yet, Benchy. I would put if I had an opportunity, I would try Spencer Jones. Fingers up before I go to the stadium in September. I think he'll be up before that, Piedmont. I do think he'll be up before that. Yeah, well, Rice, yeah, when Rice got hot and then he fell off the face of the earth. So, and Lemieux is already here, you know. So of course that I had also predicted. I predicted Pete Alonso or Anthony Rizzo to the Astros. So Yankees could, yeah. I mean, that's why they got Duke Ellis. That's why they got Cam Eden from the Blue Jays. Look at him too. He's another guy who steals a lot of bases. Yeah, Jazz is a perfect clubhouse presence here. He fits right in the glove here. So, hmm I think the Orioles are going to make a legitimate offer for Corbin Burns at the end of the year. At the very least, they're going to give him a qualifying offer. Nothing yet, Buckeye for third base. Oh, we're just waiting for John Birdie to come back. Waiting for him to come back. And then at that point, I think he'll be the third baseman. And if he comes in and plays, see, this is the problem too, Buckeye. Like now that Glaber's starting to play better, it makes more sense for them to keep Jazz at third base, right? So we may not get any news at third base at this point. Yeah, they traded Soto to the Mets after the game tonight, CeeLo. Yeah. Apparently, he's supposed to return in about a week or so, Buckeye. So that's what we're hearing. Playing pretty decent in rehab right now, and we're hearing that Hill and Schmidt come back this weekend too. I think they're going to go after him, Alex. They're going to go after Burns this offseason because they want another co-ace to go with Garrett Cole. Yeah. I mean, could you imagine if the Yankees re-signed Juan Soto and added Corbin Burns to this? Mhm. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know about waste, Benji. I mean, he's got 14 wins, so I don't know if it's a waste. Better this year than he was last year, and last year was a terrible year. Yeah, well, it looks like his seal. I think you're right. It has worked so far, having Torres at the leadoff spot. Yeah. Another reason I think he won't be back next year is because I think it's going to be either Jazz leading off or Dominguez leading off for hopefully Soto and Judge. Somebody who gets on base on a regular basis and has speed and so on a regular basis. That'll be a good somebody to set up Soto and Judge. So, oh yeah, man. Well, I look out Taylor Rogers. Aiden. He just got put on waivers by the Giants. If he makes it down to the Yankees, the Yankees probably be a good idea to pick him up if they could. Cole is fine, CeeLo. Cole is fine. Randall, who's not 160 million? What did I miss here? Volpe, yeah, God, yeah, he's due for home. Yeah, but I just want him to hit and steal bases. So we got other guys who can hit home runs. Dodgers offer 700 million. I disagree. Dodgers aren't going to outbid the Yankees. It's not going to happen. I know you'd like that Willard, but can't see it. No, you say that Willard. You said that they offer him 700. He's leaving, going to the Dodgers. We will see. But it's true you would like for him to do that. That we know as a Nationals fan. Nah, not really a troll, Buckeye. Not really a troll. Not yet, Buckeye. Judge could be pressing. I mean, like, you know, that's why, like, I think it just be good to, like, just shut out the noise. I don't care if he hits 58. I'm fine. If he wins the MVP, I'm happy. If the Yankees win a World Series, I'm happier. I don't care whether he breaks the record or not. If he does, fantastic. As long as he helps the Yankees in the postseason. So, but Alex, if I had to guess, I'm going to say 58 for a Judge. But I would be fine with 60. That would be really cool, Buckeye. If we don't win it all, I'm rooting for the Diamondbacks or the Padres or the Phillies. I'm not rooting for the Dodgers. Yeah. Yeah, he does, Council Yeti. One of that. I mean, I'm gonna root for Phillies. My wife's from that. It's her favorite team, so I would root for them. If the Yankees aren't in, the Phillies are in, and I like Bryce Harper, I would root for the Phillies. So, yep. The Dodgers are gonna have to get past the Phillies probably. So, I remember everybody was just handing them the title when they signed Otani and Yamamoto. Yamamoto's been on the IL for like 3 months now. So, yeah. But yeah, that's right. And Buckeye knows. There's only one Consigliere in Texas. Only one Consigliere in Texas. That's Joel. That's right. I hate Nathan. I mean, I can't root for the Phillies versus the Yankees, but I can root for the Phillies because that's my wife's favorite team. So, mhm. Yes, she is, Nathaniel. She's from the Philly suburbs. Yeah. Yep. She's a Phillies and an Eagles fan. Hmm. Yep. But that's all right. I mean, obviously, I want the Yankees to win the World Series no matter what. So, I like the Texas made men plotting sit downs. I like it. I like where your heads are at, gentlemen. I like it, man. The Yankees can keep signing big money players. Hal's voicing frustration that he pays more in revenue sharing than any other team in baseball. He pays more than the Dodgers do, and teams are just pocketing the money. But there is no way they're going to just let Soto walk, and they already know he's going to cost a boatload of money. I'm from New York City, Nathaniel, so I'm from Manhattan. Hmm. Narberth, huh? No, cool. Nice, nice. I would agree, Consigliere. I would agree. I hate Nathaniel. Believe me, I only root for them when the Yankees are not out. I mean, when the Yankees not in it. So otherwise, I'm rocking pinstripes all day. I mean, no, it's not a Philly shirt, all right? That's right. That's right. But this is a good game for the Yankees. You got your I like it, Buckeye. Your I remember. I mean, I spent every Sunday running at Van Cortlandt Park. Every Sunday, the last stop on the 109 train, 241st Street. Van Cortlandt Park, baby. Consiglietti was born in Brooklyn. My oldest daughter's name is Brooklyn. So, yeah. Yes, he does. Hal makes a good point about revenue sharing. Why would you want to pay $150 million a year to teams that pocket the freaking money? It's not fair. It's not fair. The Yankees pay more than any other team in baseball in revenue sharing. CeeLo, we got Willard here. He's a Houston Astros guy. So, we're honest too, Willard. We're honest too. We may not agree. That doesn't mean we're not honest. We're straight up here. What you see is what you get. Tats is from Brooklyn. You've got the Brooklyn roots too. I love it. Love it. Oh, Randall, man, don't be sorry. I'm not pulling for the Astros either, ever. Mm-mm. I'm with you there, brother. I'm with you there. We got some of the Brooklyn boys here. I love it. That's how we roll, CeeLo. What you see is what you get here, man. Right? And we won't be any other way here. Any other way here. Of Villanova basketball, UConn. UConn's got a good team, man. They got a good team. I'm a Duke guy. I like Duke. Oh, CeeLo's dropping. Here we go. Shots fired. Shots fired from CeeLo. Oh boy. Let's be nice though. But yeah, well, exactly. It's very true, Comenza. Very true. It just soiled. It soiled the championship. Soiling. You get Bregman, Altuve, and was it Correa? Were like the main culprits, and even Carlos Beltran. Like crazy. Do I like Clay Kershaw saying at the Series podcast they wanted to kill Astros during COVID height? Kill Astros during COVID height. I didn't hear that, Willard. I didn't hear that. Danny Hurley. Danny Hurley. He's related to Bobby, right? Yeah, it was proven actually, but you can say it wasn't. But that stunk, and in baseball covering for Shohei Ohtani during this gambling thing, that stunk too. So Kansas, another good team. Coach Self, yeah, good school. I mean, Jim Ryan, one of the greatest American runners ever. 355 high school milers, former world record holder in a mile. He ran for Kansas, University of Kansas Jayhawks. Mm-hmm. Mhm. Oh, I hope so too. I mean, we need the Yankees to go on a little bit of a run. We do. We really, really do. And I hope we see Shota Imanaga when we play the Cubs. I'd like to see him, face us. I think it'd be pretty cool to see. Either way, it's going to be good. I'll wrap this up in a minute too. Well, that's not my biggest problem with COVID, Willard. But that's not my biggest problem with COVID. Yeah, exactly, Randall. And especially when the story changed multiple times. Yeah. Yeah, it's true too, Billy. I think they're going to try and trade Nestor Cortez this offseason. I think they're going to try and trade Jose Trevino this offseason too. They both have a year of control left, so the greatest athlete ever. It's a good question, Buckeye. Um, I'm probably going to say Michael Jordan. He was a nationally ranked long jumper in high school. Um, he was a great, pretty good field athlete, track and field athlete, and just happened to be the greatest basketball player in the history of the world ever by a mile. So I'm gonna go with Jordan because I think he would. I mean, he even translated to baseball. So yeah, I mean Jesse Owens was a great track athlete. Yeah, no doubt about it, and a great long jumper too. But yeah, at the time he was way ahead of the world. All right, Tats. It's good to have you on here, brother. It really is. Oh, Jax, there's a lot of great athletes, but that's a tough question. It really is a tough question. Jim Thorpe. Well, I mean, they're all great answers. They're all really great answers. Bo, Deion Sanders, just freakish athletes. Michael Phelps, Serena Williams, yeah, all great athletes. I mean, fantastic freaking athletes. No, Nathaniel, I didn't say people were comparing him to Michael Jordan. Go back and watch what I said. I used Michael Jordan as an example. So they were treating Dominguez like a god. And I used Michael Jordan as an example. They compared Dominguez to Mickey Mantle and Mike Trout, which is also an unfair comparison to I don't think Russell and Will Chamberlain were better than Jordan. Chamberlain would have not been dominant during the Shaq era or the Jordan era. He was a foot bigger than everybody else. Bill Russell was great, but I think Jordan would have only. I think he was the only player that would have been dominant in every era in basketball. Messi's another great one, and then Ronaldo too. Cristiano Ronaldo. Bregman's not a Hall of Fame player. Altuve needs probably another couple years to have a shot, but I still think that stink of the cheating will come back and bite him. Usain Bolt was the greatest short sprinter of all time. Michael Johnson was the greatest long sprinter of all time. Oh, yeah, and I'm gonna wrap this up in a minute too. I want to let Tats get his thing going there. I don't want to be interrupting Tats momentum. So, oh yeah, Bolt was, and he was really down to earth, really cool guy too. Well, Willard Yogi Berra has more rings than Babe Ruth. Doesn't make him better than Babe Ruth. Yogi Berra's got the most rings in history, 10. Larry Bird has another one. Translate, yeah. Bird, Jordan, like those guys transcended stuff. Jordan changed the whole game. Changed the whole game. Not saying Bill Russell wasn't great, he was. Not saying Chamberlain was great, he was. But Will Chamberlain would not have done that stuff to Shaq when he was dominating. Mm-mm. I appreciate you, CeeLo, man. Yeah, exactly, man. Larry Bird used to say, he used to get angry. He's like, I feel disrespected. Why are you going to put this white guy on me? How come you getting having a white dude guard me? That's pretty ballsy for Larry Bird. Isaiah Thomas said that the other day. They were interviewing him. It was fantastic. Yeah, go ahead. Pat's put it in here, brother. Yeah, of course. Always, man. Ruth's, oh, yeah. Could you imagine? Ruth probably has a giant ass. Yeah. The Tim Duncan rings, man. I'm telling you, Buckeye. I'm telling you. I have to go upstairs to get them. I'm gonna have them on handy on me next time so the Willard can see them. We need to show Willard some hardware. I think that's a good point. I'm gonna have it next to me next time, so we can break out Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was another great one. David Robinson was a great one. Larry, it's hard to argue with Larry Bird, man. Bird was phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. I mean, like if I could have 5 basketball players to dinner, Bird would be one. Jordan would be one. I think Shaq would be one. Um, After that, I don't know. Probably would have been Kobe. I probably had this girl, Caitlin Clark. She's fascinating. No, I don't see him returning for the weekend. I see them returning by the weekend, Jonathan. Yeah. Yeah, link me up, Tat, so I can put it on here for you. And we'll see Willard. Ali, Gretzky, I think, was the greatest hockey player of all time. Ali was one of the greatest boxers of all time. Uh-huh. Bird was phenomenal. Bird was phenomenal. He was a transcendent player too. I mean, he really was. Yeah. 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 I'm a hard pass on Altuve to the Yankees. Yeah, man. Personally, I don't really care what the Astros do. They could sign anybody they want. I don't care. Yeah. Yeah. Altuve's not Hall of Fame yet. Bregman's not. No way. So, yeah. I mean, there's any third baseman who's got on a path to the Hall of Fame, it's probably Nolan Arenado. Tyson was the most dominant boxer I've ever seen. The scariest boxer I've ever seen. I've seen him live. I've seen him fight live, and he's one scary dude. Yeah, that was a guy you wouldn't. Man, he would just run. And I honestly think Tyson in his prime would have beat Ali in his prime. People think I'm nuts, but I think he would have beat Ali in his prime. That would have been a fun fight, though. If you don't MVP, you're not good. So if I was on your team, what? I don't know what you're trying to get with there. I didn't say that. I didn't say that, Willard. So I'm the wrong guy to try to put words in his mouth. Just as a heads up, Willard. I call everybody out, no matter who they are, who they think they are. So, but the fact is, they do have a cheating scandal tied to them forever. They do. Yeah, yeah. Tyson can punch you in the leg and you're gonna feel it in your back. Like it's just one of those guys. Yeah. Pedroia, I would agree with this too. Thank you, Tats. Dustin Pedroia, I think it was better than Altuve. Amen to that. Amen to that. Yeah, I know, Ken. Seriously, Tyson bankrupted most of us, bastard. Paid like $8,000 and saw about 3 minutes of his fights. So winning so quickly. So, like shit. It's true. But man, he was good. Man, he was good. And he's actually really cool to listen to talk. He's just very like humble, modest guy. He's really cool. Man, I would not want to get hit by Mike Tyson. I'll just say that. I think Pedroia's got a shot at the Hall. Alomar, yeah. Alomar. Um, and a couple other second basemen in the Hall of Fame. A couple others. Yeah. Crowd the Truth. Oh God, yeah. The Truth Williams. Yeah. For Mitch Green. Yeah, it's crazy. No, Buster Douglas held his own, man. He held his own. Ryan Sandberg, a Hall of Famer, yeah. Yeah. For those that haven't seen the Pinstripe Chronicles podcast, by the way, Tats is going to be going live shortly, so please join him and enjoy his podcast. You want some really, really good Yankees talk. That's a great place. And my man, my man NFE too. If I could recommend two people, it'd be Tats and Pinstripes. It's right on the screen here, and my man NFE from Strike Zone. Brother. So those guys I would always recommend. Always, always, always. So, and I'm gonna wrap this up because it's getting late. It's after 12, so I'm gonna let you go. Nice, NFE. How was Raw, dude? How was Raw, man? Was it good? Any good fights? Bobby Richardson. That's going live shortly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We love Willard. Yes, we do. We love him. We gotta break his balls. Keep bringing it, Willard. Keep bringing it. We're gonna keep busting your balls. We're gonna keep busting yours. But I want to thank you everybody for coming on. Have a great night. Peace and love to all of you. Tats, you're the man. NFE, you're the man. Consigliere, Buckeye, Clemenza, Ken, Lou, all you guys. All you guys. Best MMA fighter of all time? Common tie between John Jones and Fedor Emelianenko. John Jones and Fedor Emelianenko from Russia. Those are my two. Yeah. And what's crazy is I think both of them would lose to Hicks and Gracie. I just do. But have a great night, everybody. Peace and love to all of you. See you tomorrow.